Oh, hi, I'm Susan. Look, we've gone through a couple of videos already, and today's one is alight what you love. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean turn it into flame, but it means put your energy into it and then let it shine, just let it shine. And people will come to you. It might be in dribs and jabs, but when people put their passion into a project, they actually light up their own world, right? And if their passion is directed and a true part of them, then everything sits in line. It's like lining up your marbles and having somebody go flick, the marble game, and somebody and they go. There's so much push behind the marble, the big Tom Thumb marble, that it's kind of in a direction where one would bounce off the other, and there is a clear path. So you plug your passion into a project and you set that world alight. And you're doing what you love. That's important. So when you launch a passion project, it's tailored on your specific solutions that solve someone's pain point, rather than accept what people push on you. Right now, you've got to make a decision. I say you have to, because whenever you think about alighting your passion up, you make a decision. When you have post-traumatic amnesia, making a decision is like, well, so what? What does it mean? There's nothing that's connecting. You're standing in the middle of a flood of water and everything's just passing by because you're so busy dealing within yourself. And it's then that you make a decision. It might be as easy as, do I want to get up and make that cup of tea? And you turn the jug on, and then you put the tea bag in, and you put the milk in after the water, and leave it sitting on the bench because you'd wafted off doing something else. That's not making a decision. The decision is making the decision, making the cup of tea, picking that cup of tea up and drinking it. Taking the cup then back and washing it and putting it away. It might come, sometimes I'm so busy that I get up and I go in and I make a cup of chocolate and I bring it here and get up and go away and bring it here. And at the end of the time I've been focused, I've got 5 or 6 cups that are empty because I hadn't realised I'd done it. My next decision is I can leave it like a mess and come back the next day. Those cups don't move. They're still going to be there. But no, I made a decision. I limited the amount of cups by removing them. Gave them away. Didn't need 10 cups. And now after 2, I go back and go, whoops, I have to wash the dishes or pace it out. That's a funny decision, but what I was finding was every time I got up to go to a cup, to make the cup up, my brain went off in different paths. So I found a solution. It might not be the best solution. I did try another one, put a jug next to the computer, but decided I wasn't going to do that. So we've kind of got off the topic, but I gave you that analogy. Every time we'll relate those cups to a new concept. So say I'm working on finding keywords or writing something out. I now don't get up and go for that next thing, right? So I have tended to finish what I'm doing and then go into the next thing. Otherwise I have a mess. So those people who have had post-traumatic amnesia may know what I'm talking about. Connecting the head to the heart, in this case, connecting what you're doing to what you need to finish. And then knowing that that finishing also involves sharing it around the multimedia. Right? So not only am I going to make this video, right, a decision, I have pre-typed out what's going underneath it. I have pre-made pre-published a blog post, and I am going to include that here as well. On top of that, I have tomorrow's topic, with your time. So these 144 videos go one after the other, after the other, after the other. And it has taken me 4 years to sort this out, to sort the steps out. Now, doing these videos are part of me alighting what you love. What do I love? Well, I don't particularly like having amnesia, but that was a pain point. The confusion within, it's a massive pain point. But if you're watching this video, or if you're a carer of somebody watching this video, then listen to the words again. Because whilst I was busy finding out how to communicate, that took 4 years, my truck implosion, the one that came through and wrecked my van, so a truck came through on the wrong side of the road and hit my passenger side, and I was injured. Not only was I injured, my 2 sons were injured. They were in the vehicle. My daughter of 7 got out of her father's car and walked down and witnessed the scene. And neither of us adults, well, I didn't, because I was kind of out of it. Her father hadn't realised that she'd got up and gone down and witnessed the scene. It was only a chance comment that was made by someone else, and years later that comment played through, and I realised that my daughter, oldest daughter, was actually post-traumatic shock. And my 2 sons, having read up so much and going to professionals and asking these questions, nothing made sense until I joined a community that has nothing to do with post-traumatic shock. It has to do with marketing, education, training, upskilling. So I educated myself with help to communicate. I did a 90-day video challenge. And that taught me a lot. A few years later, here I am, sitting on YouTube and Facebook, talking to you about post-traumatic shock amnesia. I've lived through it. And it's like an invisible jigsaw that has no base, no colour, and you can't seem to get over it, under it, round it, until you decide yourself that you're going to put your head and your heart together and find out what is not there and go through the pain, because believe me, it is painful. Your body and your brain is saying no. Your brain will be kept busy refiling new information when you say, I am going into this community. I am going to look at those marketing videos. Why am I doing that? I'm not interested in marketing. Yeah, you are actually. You're interested in marketing because you need to market to your brain the fact that there is another comfort zone level that it wants to get to. So simple. And when you've got through those modules, those videos, and you're still wondering, but hang on, there's something else there, go through the modules. It might take you 6 months, could take you 2 years to get through those modules. Do they worry? Probably. It's like, do you want to upsize those chips? But you stick to it. It's your decision. Sure, there's costs involved. There's costs, and they could be pain and connection. Is your pain worth the connection you're going to get? Yes! It might be the fact that you've connected into making a video, or able to write, able to communicate, able to stick with it, to struggle to be understood. And I'm telling you what I went through. But there were friends there online who supported. And these people I might never ever meet. I've met some of the most marvellous people, and they've stuck with me. Sure, they've been busy. They've been busy. They live in England or America or Canada or Mexico and places I haven't been to. And at 58, am I going to get there? Yeah, I am. I am. So, my workplace is wherever it happens to be. Currently I'm in my lounge room, but hey, I'm emptying my house. I've lived here nearly 25 years hiding. It's time to move on. And it's like the emptying of the house is like the emptying of my junk. I don't need it. You don't need the pain that you've got and you're running away from, as your brain is telling you that you want to stay there. And no, you don't. You want to move on in life. Instead, believe. Find what you love, be what you love, and set your world alight with the passion that connects, because you've got your head to your heart and it's opened the doors. I've been there. And I am so glad that my comfort zones, what my brain now expects, is a challenge, an adventure. Instead of fluffy feathers, I've got foundations, floors, and a big thingy, what's it called, a building in my brain. It's called my vision, my dream, my vision. Made up of lots of little jobs and lots of little, like you've got your vision and you've got your dreams and you've got your bits and pieces you have to do, and these things are working. Sure. The modules are built to be pattern interrupts. And with that, this is Susan Lewis. I'll catch you around. Go and check the link I've left. It'll help you some more, I believe. All right, bye.